Okay. 12 Years a Slave. This was amazing. This was really, really amazing. Steve McQueen, I haven't seen his past movies. Um, this was the first one I saw. This one is, oh. I didn't know the story of Solomon ahead of this. I haven't read the novel. It was published in 1853 or something. Of course, like all other movies at the Academy, it's a true story. And ow, this is dark. This is a cruel movie. Of course it's about slavery. But what I mean by that, this is the cruelest I've seen a movie or a story about slavery in a while. This one is heartbreaking. It just completely takes your entire soul and crushes it. It's so sad. It's so. The acting is amazing. The soundtrack is gorgeous. What's the story? Solomon is is a black free man in the 1800s, and he gets kidnapped and brought into slavery, which happened to, according to the crawl, a few people in the 1800s after black men were declared free men. And, I mean, spoilers, but as the title suggests, he serves 12 years as a slave. It got some... Oh. It has some strong scenes. It has some... There were scenes in this movie where I got chills down to my bones from the effect work and the stuff going down. It's... I can feel my heart hurting from watching the movie. Just thinking back on it. Oh. No, what else to say? I do have a complaint. I do have one complaint, and it's too short. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes or something. And that's the final length. I mentioned before, I think 2 hours is the sweet spot. I think this should have been a 3-hour movie. Or maybe even a full-on mini-series or something like that. Because not only is this, the story is worth telling. It's probably the story most worth telling of all the 9 movies here. I'm not saying it's my favorite because I haven't decided my favorite yet, but like everyone should hear and see the story. I recommend it wholeheartedly, but you know, from a critical perspective, I have to admit it doesn't feel like 12 years. Maybe they could have done something different with the presentation, but the 12 years the movie takes place over felt short. I'm not sure what they could have done if just extending the movie would have made it better, but that's my only complaint. And when that's my only complaint, then the movie is clearly amazing. Because that's like me trying to find anything I had a problem with. That's the one thing. It was too short. I wanted more of it. That's my complaint, and that means it was great. Oh wow. I want to talk a bit about the Italian poster for this movie. The Italian poster is terrible. Because basically the Italian poster features Brad Pitt, big face, hand drawn on the poster with his name on top and at the bottom. Brad Pitt is not the main character. He's not the slave. He shouldn't be. In fact, Brad Pitt, he's not in the movie that much. Although when he is, Brad Pitt is having so much fun playing up an accent. Oh, he's having fun in this movie. One of the few fun aspects of the movie in terms of, not enjoyability fun, because the movie is very enjoyable, but, it's not a fun movie. It's a very, very dark movie. Oh. Yeah, no, wow. Way to go, Steve McQueen. I hope Steve McQueen is up for Best Director, because I might just nail him down as my go-to Best Director immediately. Not sure about Best Picture yet. I'll have to think about that for a few more hours, but definitely Best Director as far as I know from the nominations. I think he's nominated. He should be nominated. Oh, wow. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If it's not in cinemas, I think it's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD soon enough. If your cinema doesn't have a fancy screening for the Oscars. Although, only see it if you're prepared for some really strong, cruel scenes, because, yeah, it's not a pretty movie, and shouldn't be. I'm glad it isn't. By far the most important movie of the Oscars 2013. A lot of people accusing it of being Oscar bait. Yeah, it is. It's Oscar bait, absolutely. It's super duper Oscar bait. That doesn't make it a bad movie. It doesn't make it an invalid movie at all. An Oscar bait movie can be amazing. And this movie is. Fuck, I don't care if it's Oscar bait or not. Most of the movies at the Academies are Oscar bait. So, whatever. The only one not being it from the Best Pictures are probably, I don't know, Wolf of Wall Street maybe? That just seems like a movie made by Martin Scorsese because he felt like it. But now I'm talking about the movie, so let's just stop this. 12 Years a Slave, mwah, absolutely brilliant, spectacular. Go see it. You have to go see it if you can stomach cruel scenes. Those are the 9 Best Picture nominations. I've done a vlog on each one. I will now be jumping into pre-Academy podcast mode with Adam Owen of adamlikestowatch.wordpress.com. At least that's a plan. I don't know if we have time for it now. I don't have a clock. I don't have a wristwatch on my arm. I should. My wristwatch is broken. I'm just used to checking it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. We mightn't have time for a pre-show, but I hope we do. If not, well then I'll do a post-show with him. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our little podcast thing. I'll have some sort of link on my YouTube channel for it as well. Thanks. And if you haven't seen my other 8 vlogs, or if you want to know what I thought about any particular Best Picture thing, go check them out. They're on my YouTube channel. You can just, click like down there or something. I think there's a little picture of me you can click and watch them. I think they're good. The Nebraska one is in black and white. That's really pretentious. So yeah.